Okay. Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be your part 2 of 2026 yearly energy forecast. So part 1 has already been live streamed, and it it has Aries through Leo, and this is going to be starting at Virgos. Okay, and then we'll see if we'll finish it all the way until Pisces, or if we'll cut it short depending on my energy and all of that, you know, whatever's meant to be will be. But regardless, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, nice. Welcome back, Tanisa. Great. Okay, yeah. Um, that last one, right? Part one. That was a lot. It was a lot. And so we'll see how this energy is going to play out for this live stream. And yeah, uh, let's do it. Okay. So should we just go straight into Virgos, yay or nay? Oh, we're going to do it with an opening message for this one as well. Okay, so for this part, it doesn't matter which sign you are, everybody is welcome. There may be a message in here for you. And for those of you who would like to connect with me outside of this platform, all of that information can be found in the description of this video as well. And let's do it, okay? Okay, so already I'm picking up on somebody here who is like deep in their thoughts. They feel like they're trying to like communicate without communicating. It's something about like energetically trying to communicate in like the 5D. So it's like they have a lot of stress trying to communicate in the physical. And so this energy is really trying to communicate in the 5D. And so, because they understand that their energy is depleted, okay? Perhaps there's a lot of other people involved, or there's just a lot of like energies that I'm picking up. And so it's very difficult for this energy to, I mean, they're trying their best to be there for everybody, because I sense here that this person is somebody that is coming from an emotional space, and it's almost as if, remember this card again, they understand that it's their duty to be there for the people who, especially if they're looking for a spiritual connection or enlightenment, okay? Somebody here wanting to learn something, okay? So anything else for the opening message? Okay, this wanted to pop up. So I'm picking up on an energy. Yeah, this card keeps coming up. So there may be a strong Taurus energy or strong earth placement. If you guys know your astrological birth chart. But regardless of the signs, because I read energies here, is somebody here is very dedicated to their spirituality, and it may not seem like it, perhaps because I don't want to say they neglect it, but it's like they know that they're spiritual, so they don't actively practice it. But it's just like God is saying that is not the way. That is not the way. If somebody here is actually spiritual and is enlightened, then wouldn't the enlightened thing to do be to pass that along, right? But, hello, Skylar. But I will say this, it's because somebody here was not ready. And the more that this energy continues to be that way, the more soul destroying it will become. So if somebody here is just like, oh, why does life feel like, there's no purpose, or, they want to do something that they're passionate about, but they're not going all in, or they're not really making moves. They've been quiet. They haven't been doing what they know that they want to do. And so I'm getting somebody here who has a lot of potential, a lot of like gifts. Perhaps they're actually a great communicator, but they don't communicate. There's just this very hypocritical kind of energy that I'm picking up, okay? I'm just gonna say it like it is. I'm just a messenger, okay? So God is trying to say, what is the point of keeping all of the gifts, skills, if you're not going to share it with the world? How are you helping the community, and everybody else here? How are you contributing with your gifts that God has given you? Okay? So, hello, gold. Yes, yes. Ooh. Yes, I do. Okay, so wow, I will say that's a pretty powerful message. Dang, God is like really calling somebody out here. It's like saying, what is the point of God giving you these amazing gifts, talents? And I'm picking up on an energy here who's very kind of conceited, okay? I'm just telling you what I'm sensing, what I'm picking up, and the message is coming through. I'm picking up on somebody here who's very cocky, a little conceited. They know they're hot shit. They know they're amazing, great. They can do it all, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it, okay? So God again is saying, what's the holdup? Why is there no action? Why aren't you doing it? And of course, the excuse, the reason is that somebody is like, they weren't ready, which is true. They weren't ready. If they were ready, they would have done it, right? Right? Oh. You guys, okay, so everybody coming in, okay, let's be mindful, all right? Let's be mindful. All right. So, anything else you want me to say regarding this before we move on to the Virgo energy? Remember, if you are Aries through Leo, that live stream has already been completed in part 1. So this is part 2, okay? So feel free to check out that video. You're more than welcome to stay here because I read energy. So regardless of the labels, your signs, there may be a message in here for you, okay? And for everybody who joins the membership in the month of February as my Valentine's Day gift to you all. For those who joined the membership for this channel, ArcanaUniverse, any tier, okay, you will be able to ask a personal question. Okay, please be mindful and respectful, but you are able to ask a personal question during a live stream. Okay, so for those who join during a live stream, like the ones that's happening right now, okay, in the month of February 2026, and also those who are current members, you're also welcome to ask during a live stream in the month of February 2026, okay? So let's continue. All that information can be found in the description of this video. And just to wrap up, what I'm sensing here, just the final message is I see here that somebody realizes that they really do want to follow their dream, their passion, because this is what they want. And they understand that it does take effort. It does take movement, momentum. And even if it means doing, even if it means taking things one step at a time, okay? Even if it means that, because at least that way you will feel more fulfilled. You will feel more aligned to your purpose. But remember, these are for those who are awakened, conscious individuals. For those who are not, they're not, no matter like how much like, you know, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't force them to drink it kind of thing. And so if they're not, if they can't see it, they won't be able to see it, okay? All right, but if you found this channel, it is no coincidence. It means there's something in you that brought you here, and you listen to your intuition, and you could be anywhere in the world doing anything, yet you are in here. You're in here, okay? No coincidence. Hello, Jess. Thank you, Kennedy. Okay, so let's move on to Virgos. Let's see. Virgos. All right, so whether you're Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus, stellium, dealing with the Virgo, whatever it is. Remember, I read energies, so labels aside, there may be a message in here for you, okay? Hello, Carolina. Hi, I'm Jackie. Cool. I have been expecting you. I've been expecting you. Yes. There's that name. Jack. Okay. So Virgos for the annual 2026. We're going to do January as well. January 2026. We're going to include that. Hello, Serenity. Oh, very kind, very kind. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so 2026. So from January through December 2026, I'm even going to throw in January 2027, a little sneak peek into the new year. But, you know, as you guys know, time is fluid, okay? So whether you're listening in now or 6 months from now, it is no coincidence, okay? Hello, Smith. Welcome. Sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. But know that it is no coincidence that you're in here, okay? I'm glad that we can be here for you, okay? All right. So, okay, so let's move on to, let's just get into it, okay? I'm going to be reading the comments in between. So, you know, you don't have to feel pressure to type or anything like that. So feel free to type in between the readings, okay? When I'm like done, but hello, Lise. Okay. Oh, well, you know what? There's the heart emoji. You can press that down if you feel like you want to support, but you also want to be respectful of the space. Okay, that's there for you. All right, so January. So for Virgos, what I'm getting here is that in January, there was some level of uncertainty. However, there was some sort of like positive wish fulfillment that came to reality. Okay, I see that. And it could be involving somebody here who came from a distance or came from a long journey to get to this destination. Okay, why do we need to know that? So this person, you know, you may have met this person like during the holidays, during, in January or what have you. And I'm getting here, they are like your rock, or this is a very important person in your life is going to be, okay? I'm getting here is there's some sort of like companionship, partnership, or like camaraderie, something like that. I feel support, okay? So that's great. So that's pretty good. Good way to start the year, February. So February is looking pretty good too. It's almost as if somebody's like wishes are coming true. They have a lot to be confident about. And I'm getting here, somebody is trying to create something. Like somebody here may have like some sort of goals, or they envision something, they're trying to manifest or create something from a dream into a reality, and they're very headstrong about it. It's almost like it's almost like it was spiritually guided as well. Okay, so somebody here is feeling very confident, determined, and yeah. So February is going to be an incredible time. It's almost as if like all the stars are aligned, and you may be meeting a lot of people who, I'm getting a lot of help. Okay, see you later. I'm getting a lot of help energy coming in, and like it's destined connections, fated events. Oh my, what's happening in February? Any advice for that or anything else? Hello, she. And the advice here is, okay, do not, no matter what, do not think the worst. Do not think like, oh, they don't care, or like, oh, I'm just kind of getting something about somebody being blown off or something, or like somebody here. But the thing is, it's saying they got mental problems. Okay. Ooh, see, yeah, just picked up on that energy. Yeah, somebody here got mental problems. They love to rain on somebody's parade, and it's because they're jealous and they're sad and they're lonely, and also they have mental problems. Okay? And so, and the thing about them is, it's like it's a dead end situation, because no matter how much you try, they're stuck until literally God has to remove everything from this person's life for them to really suffer and get it. That's when perhaps there's a glimmer of hope. But if somebody here chooses to keep that kind of mentality, okay, then that's on them. Okay, that's their free will. What they choose to do, what they choose to keep, people, places, things, mindsets, behaviors, it's up to them. Okay? All right. Hello, sir. Hello, Winter. Star. Hello. We're just talking about Star, okay? Anyways, so what else? Yeah, somebody here really needs to let go of burdens, okay? So for those of you who's like feeling on top of the world, and there's like people trying to bring you down, please don't let them. Don't let them, okay? Let go of that burden. You don't need to carry on their pain. You don't, okay? Reflect. Bounce it back, brush it off, okay? All right, hello. Oh, thank you, Winter. You're pretty. Oh, so sweet, so sweet. Okay, let's move on to March. All right. So that was February is looking. We're in February now, so that means things are looking pretty good for you guys, huh? Like, Hello, baseball. Hello, Kirsty. Okay, so remember, less this, more this. I don't want like, what streamer says stop commenting? Technically I didn't say it, but I'm trying to drop subtle hints for those. Okay. Hello, Natalie. but okay. If you guys are really trying to retain the message, Less this, more this. Because I want to save you from being distracted, okay? There's something to be said about focusing. If you really want to be supportive, just press that. If you want to do, do something with your hands, yes, the hearts, love it. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. No. And I love that you were able to pick up on my hints there as well. That's good. That means you're being alert and you're able to change and pivot from how you were. That's all great signs, okay? And you're a great example. So thank you. Okay. Hello, Kitty. Hi. Okay, so March, what I'm getting here. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Thank you. So March, what I'm getting here is that there's going to be some sort of decision that needs to be made, okay? I'm seeing 1313. So somebody here I'm getting has a tendency to be very like manipulative, but also very loving. It's weird, right? So somebody here may be dealing with somebody like that. You'll know which sides you're on because we have both sides listening in. But I'm getting here somebody is torn between being like sneaky, kind of playing games versus really coming in with genuine intentions. Oh, so what's going to happen? Give us a little sneak peek. Ooh, okay. For those who are lying, deceitful, cheating, pretending to be somebody they're not, bye-bye. They're not gonna last, okay? For those who are cross-watching, who are like, ooh, how can I win, Virgo's affection, or will they choose me? It's saying they better start showing up correctly because somebody here, if they do anything other than that, they are going to not make it. Okay, they're not going to make it to the next level. They're not going to be able to move up within the connection. Okay, it's going to be game over for them. So it's up to them. Free will comes into play. So, but I just definitely feel like somebody is going to be trying to make a decision. And well, okay, I see why this message is coming up. So somebody here must be very hot. Okay, somebody here must be very hot. Okay, so Peach, you better start coming in with respect. Okay, Peach. All right. So let's move on. No, just want to say, okay, the final thing for that is somebody here must be very attractive, and that might be the reason why it's like, oh, they're playing games, but dang, they're so hot, like that kind of energy. So gotta say, hey, somebody here wants to relearn lessons and go through pain and all of that again, oh, then be my guest. But if you don't want that, I see here somebody is going to learn or is going to be like, no. They're gonna stand their ground and be like, no. Okay, no matter how hot they are, okay. I feel one more card for that because that's kind of intense. Yeah, God is like, nope, that's right on the money. I'm getting, don't be shallow. Don't be shallow. It looks fade, the devil, the whatever. They are able to utilize looks and all of that for temptation and prey and all of that. So just be mindful. Just because they look good or they are attractive, that doesn't mean they are good. And you'll be able to feel them energetically already. Whether it's just smoke and mirrors and fake, or if they are truly genuinely a good person. Okay. All right. Aw, thank you, Yessie. Well, you've got pretty eyes. Oh, so kind, so kind. Okay, so April. Let's move on. April. Thank you, Penny. Aw, thank you for being here, you guys. I appreciate you being here. No coincidence you're in here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Because I am planning on actually meeting you guys, okay, in person. And what better way to stay in touch than, you know, via this. Okay, so let's move on. I have to hiccup. There it is. Okay, so, oh, Tabitha, that is so sweet, bro. I love you so much. Oh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, all right, so April, what I'm getting here is there's going to be some level of like rejection energy, okay? So there's going to be like an opportunity that is present, and there's going to be some level of generosity that is given, but somebody here is going to be acting like a diva. Like, you know, they're gonna be all like snooty a little bit, you know? A little spoiled. Somebody here, I'm getting spoiled energy is because they really haven't, they think that they've suffered, or they think that they can really handle it, and they think that they, you know, they've been through a lot, and so they could handle a lot. And so if somebody even gives them, you know, some attention and like, you know, gives them the world, they still, there's some level of a rejection energy. It's just like, you know, you don't know what I've been through. Like, oh my gosh, what do you want to say to that? Because this is kind of like somebody here has a very skewed way of thinking. Okay, and so God wants to say, you know, somebody here really needs to vocalize this and say like, hey, this is not a behavior that is healthy. If anything, is creating this person being this much resistant to, I'm getting miracles. You know, somebody, they're literally receiving a miracle, and to reject it, God is, no wonder this energy is not happy in a sense. Like they're stressed, even though they may have everything they've wanted and wished for and it's here. But somebody here, I'm still getting some level of ungrateful energy of like rejection. It's like if somebody here was grateful, then they'll receive. They know, see, it's not true love. It's not about just loving, loving, loving. It's being able to receive love as well. Ooh, ooh, this is a good one. Oh, thank you, God. Anything else? No, we're gonna move on. You're gonna have to just come back, okay? Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you're notified of when I go live or post new content. But God is just like, you know, we can't be here all day. We gotta keep it. This is just a sneak preview, okay? I sometimes post daily, weekly, monthlies, okay? This is the yearly, so just a sneak peek. I know it feels like, oh, it feels like a personal and all of that, which is great. But again, time and a place. Time and a place. We have to move forward. I always like to lead by example, okay? Aw, thank you, Maddie. Oh, yes, girl. I love your vibe. Oh, thank you. Takes one to know one. All right, so move on to May. All right. May. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Hi, Patty. You're so beautiful. Oh, Tanisha wrote, you guys should get a personal. Yes. And join the membership as well. As mentioned, everybody and anybody who joins the membership during a live stream in the month of February 2026 will get a free personal question answer during that same live stream. Okay, so take advantage of that. All right, so, and all of that information can be found in the description of this video. So for May, I'm getting here, there's going to be an opportunity to protect somebody's energy here, okay? Because I'm getting here, somebody's going to be coming in with a lot of like sexual energy, or like they want like momentum or like quickness super quickly, but they're not being fair. They're not being emotionally aware. This person is just like their way or the highway, like they wanted it yesterday. So I'm kind of getting a bit of a spoiled energy, or like them thinking that they know it all, but they don't. And they realize that they don't know it all. They realize this because they've faced some life experiences, struggles, and needing to walk away and feeling stagnant, they realize that the person that they're dealing with, who had to uphold their boundaries and to protect themselves, they had a point, okay? They weren't doing it for no reason. They had to do that, uphold their healthy boundaries and standards for their sanity. They just couldn't let anybody bully them around just because they thought that they were smart, or like they knew how to communicate or say what's on their mind. But somebody is like, no, you can't just, somebody here was being selfish, okay? So just be mindful of that in May. Okay, you'll know which side you're on. But yeah, June. Aw, thank you, Liberty. Your hair is gorgeous. Aw, thank you. So kind. I love that. Yes, yes. Send that when I'm pulling. Yeah, that's good. Comment when I'm pulling, because it's just like, oh, I could read it while I'm pulling. Oh. Or between signs, that works too. Yes, good timing. See, there's something to be said about timing. I love that. Okay, everybody. Okay, so I see here in June. Yeah, June. There's going to be somebody that is coming in with very like hot and heavy energy, okay? They have like strong feelings, strong, okay? Um, hello, elders. I have no idea what that is. Anyways, so two. But somebody here is strong water energy coming through. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces under Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever it is, regardless of the signs and labels, okay? I'm just picking up on somebody here who's who's very like emotional about this connection, who's very coming in very hot and heavy. The only thing though, okay, only thing, they do have a tendency to be immature. Okay, immature, yes. Immature. And one of their immature quirks is being defensive for no reason. Like there's no need to be defensive, but somebody here feels like it's them against the world when it doesn't have to be. It's just like they have so much emotions and love for another individual, but it's just like when they are stuck in that kind of energy, it's really difficult for them to like fully give and receive love. Okay, anything else regarding that? Yeah, I see a potential for it coming together for like almost like a family kind of thing, or like higher level of commitment, or like living together, coming together. And I see, you know, if the person who has a tendency to be immature puts that in check, you know, watches for that, then I just see this connection being like, mwah, like really, really good. Like a lot of like, because somebody here really wants this. Okay, hello, doggy. Somebody here really wants this. They're just like, yes, this is what I want. And it's almost like they are a little kid. It's like, I want that. Mine. Yes, mine. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So, July. Let's see what we have for July. July. Oh, July. Okay, so what I'm sensing here is I see a lot of like watching, looking, observing, studying. Okay, somebody here. I don't want to say they're. I didn't want to use the word obsessed. I feel like if anything, they just feel like somebody here is their medicine. You know, it's just like they can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. It's like somebody here, it's like the more they interact, the more they feel healed. There's somebody here, it feels like, I don't want to say like obsession or an addiction, but it's just like, yeah, when something feels that good, when there's that much love and peace and joy, happiness, emotional fulfillment, all of that, and it just feels so good. Yeah, I can see why it's hard to just, yeah, just can't get enough. Okay, but I am getting a butt. Okay, I am getting a butt. What about the butt? Okay. Okay, somebody here. Tanisha wrote, the Virgo diva that I added to watch should get a personal. June and July seems like what you wanted to hear. Aw, elevator row. Hi, lotus flower of sunshine, rays of power. Aw, hello, welcome. All right, so what I'm getting here in July is, however, I do some sort of like finances. Okay, something about finances. It's not either somebody is spending a lot of money because they want this to like work out, or like they're really invested in this. But God is saying, sometimes, well, just make sure they're not being cheap, okay? Just make sure of that. Like, it's not, obviously, it's not always about money, but it's like, if they're being cheap, that is a red flag. Because somebody here is not willing to, you know, spend when there's value. There's a time, again, there's a time and a place, we can't. Let's move on. Okay, God wants me to move on. August. Okay, there you go. August, hello. Lion energy, hello. August, what do we have here? Oh, a lover. I'm picking up on the lover energy. So somebody here, they may be lovers or may have been lovers or something like that, but I'm getting a quiet, like somebody here, it's like, even though there may have been a lot of like love and care and emotional feelings, but somebody here really had to put their guard up, draw a line, like form some level of boundary, a healthy standard boundary, okay? Because somebody here realized that there was too many uncertainties, and all this energy really wanted was success when it comes to their romance. So what's anything else regarding that? Oh, wow. Okay. I sense here somebody is going to make up for it, or make up, or like they're gonna do something about it. Somebody here is like, no more stagnancy. They're tired of like not being shown love or given love. Like somebody here, they were tired of being in limbo. Like they wanted to really be successful. And so I see somebody here coming in with some level of commitment, okay? Wanting to like, either make things official, possibly a proposal. Congratulations to those that may apply to you, okay? Hello, Donald. Welcome. Yes. Hello, Donald. Welcome. Okay. Anything else? One more thing about August. There may be some sort of... What is that? Hi. Yes, hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. I do sense some sort of distance. I do. Okay, so whether there is a distance that's created, even emotional distance, whatever it is, something that has been created. Okay, and there's a lot of stress regarding that, and I'm also getting something about finances or career relations. What about that? What is that about? Okay, somebody here can't. Hello, Sophia. Somebody here can't wait on somebody's finances or finances or career to get better. They can't wait on that. Okay, this is like a heads up for either, you know, you'll know which side you're on. It could be the cross watcher or it could be you. You'll know. But somebody here is just like, the more they wait, so I'm getting this kind of energy. Somebody here is waiting for all the right pieces to fall into place perfectly before they make a move. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. But the thing that is problematic that God wants to point out is when we wait to be like that and do all of that, then in comes other people who are like, oh, okay, well, I see something shiny too. Ooh, I think I see somebody of value too. And I think I want this too. Like there's a lot of competition energy, okay? Hello, Rick. Oh, that's another what do you call it? Oh, no need to retract that, Sophia. You can leave the hi there. It's okay. No, but yeah, Rick. No, yeah, that's been on my radar. Rick. Anyways, so welcome. So God is saying the more somebody waits here, the more competition comes. So it's just like, you know, this is a heads up for everybody who's listening in now. You guys have to realize, please don't wait until like August, you know, to get this situated. Like knowing things in advance and like, you know, pivoting and adjusting, you know, and all of that, it's up to us. Like, you know, when God says, hey, you know, watch out, you're about to trip, are you just gonna be like, I'm gonna trip anyways, you know? Like, again, free will, up to you, up to you. But you know, some people heed the warning, some people don't. Okay, some people heeds the heads up, some people don't. And we'll know who truly are awakened based on their actions, right? Okay. All right. So let's move forward. Okay. September. Oh, so you guys, right? For those of you who watched for part one, wow, part one, the first Aries through Leo bunch, that was tough energy, I'd say. I think like Taurus was not too bad. It was like night and day between Aries and Taurus. But yeah, feel free to check that out. There may be messages in there for you. Oh, oh, thanks, Donald, for noticing. You know, I technically had this going on. I think it was episode 8. Technically, I had like a little light thing going on. It was different color, but yeah, well, that's cool. Okay, so I love that. I love to see. Uh, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, so I love to see that at least when we started this part 2, right? Starting from Virgo, you can tell the energy is a little different. It's a little different. And I think we were meant to, you know, break it up like that. But let's keep going. So September, yeah, I just see here a lot of wishes and stuff coming true. Like somebody here, and it's almost as if they didn't really need to work hard to achieve it. They worked smarter, not harder. So it's like, and some people may think like, oh, you know, that you guys can't get anywhere if things come easily. It's not to say, you know, don't work hard and don't try your best. It's not to say that, but I'm just getting here. Somebody, they've been putting in the work. That's the thing. I think it's more of they've been putting in the work. They've been putting in the hours and honing their skills and like really training for this moment in a sense, and it's like everything just starts falling into place. Okay, that's kind of the energy I'm seeing like shooting stars like that, that amount, like a shooting star showers, like 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 that many wishes and dreams coming into reality. Or there's some level of like community energy where somebody here is able to connect with people who feels like stars. Or that tells me that maybe there may be some sort of like fame, or working with like people who are well known, or like are visionaries, something like that. But it just feels very pleasant. It feels like somebody really found their soul tribe, or, you know, people that they feel comfortable coming together, working with, because they truly feel supported, okay? Okay, October. Okay. October. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to need to reshuffle after this. Okay. So October. Oh, this one, it's peep through. There it is. Okay, October. A lot of third party energies. I do sense that. Okay. And it's almost as if, okay, so I'm getting some sort of, you know, partnership, or like it could even be like best friends, or like relationship, whatever it is, some sort of like partnership, a duo. Okay. But the thing is, you know, somebody here is pouring a lot of like energy and time towards this connection, but they just can't help but feel like the other person is retaining all of their resources and sharing it with other people. And it's just, wow, somebody here is taking it to heart. Like, it's like here they are, you know, willing to give the shirt off their back so that their partner, their companion, their best friend, whatever it is, can be happy. Yet they are giving that love back to everybody else. Oh. And somebody here feels very saddened by this and feels very betrayed. So, ooh, October. So why do we need to know that? Oh, there you go. No coincidence, October, and the justice comes out. It's saying life is a balance. This is how we know who we are going to keep in our lives and who we aren't. Okay, somebody here, if they are sick and tired of being taken for granted, where things don't feel fair and just, and you know what they give, they don't receive. And again, I'm not talking about apple per apple, okay? But it's this energy, okay? If somebody here is doing that, depleting somebody else, okay, it's karma. I hope somebody here realizes that it doesn't have to progress. It doesn't have to get to that point, okay? Free will. Free will, we learn. Just be mindful of that. I want to give one more advice to that before we reshuffle, okay? What's the advice for that? Love it. I think everything I needed to say was said, and I think just being fair-minded and being able to be fair, not just with others, but to ourselves, is going to be very important. And I think when we vocalize and share our dissatisfaction of, you know, seeing things that are being treated unfairly. By vocalizing that and trying to make it fair, that is what brings happiness. That is going to be what makes like this connection stronger. Okay? Ooh, okay. But you know, I do sense some sadness. I do. Because somebody here feels like they were betrayed or lied to. Like, but it just goes to show you, okay? Life's a balance. Don't just feel like you need to, you know, pour all your energy into somebody who's like, giving it to other people, okay? Third parties, all right? Hello, Valerie. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Very kind. Okay, so let's move on to November for Virgos. November. Hello, Lou. Okay. So, November energy, I'm picking up some sort of defensiveness. Oh, see? No coincidence. All of those cards came back to back. Like, the energy is consistent here. Dang. So, you know how we were kind of like tailing off of the October? What I'm sensing here is that in November, there's going to be some sneakiness, okay? We were picking up on some third party, you know, somebody here, you know, taking all the love and the generosity and then giving it to others, redirecting it, you know, and instead of being reciprocal, it's one-sided. Oh, that is so hard to tap into. It is, especially, it is hard for me to tap into that. And I don't want to stay there, but I know some people are going to, or is, you know, go through that. It does. Thank you, Donald. Or more about the message. More about the message, you know? Yeah. But anyways, oh, okay. Let me just bring it back. I'm tapping into some heavy energies, but I'm just getting here, and it's coming from a mental blockage, okay? If somebody here really knew how to be fair to others and to themselves, they would be doing that. But the fact that they're not, what does that tell us? That something is blocked up here. Okay, they're not able to see things clearly. They haven't learned or they haven't retained. They're not able to grasp the idea, okay, that what they do is off, not good, not fair, one-sided, dead-end situation, sneaky, wasting somebody's time, okay? And I see here, the reason why this energy, this thing keeps coming up is because it's continuing. They haven't stopped. They keep doing it, okay? So what's the advice, God? Well, you know, what needs to be said has been said. If they happen to watch this, remember, we have both sides listening in. You're more than welcome to share it anonymously with them, what have you, whatever whatever it is, you know, it's just like, oh, this is so fun. I don't know, whatever it is, have them see it in some shape or form, and it's just like, help them get with the program, you know. It's really sad to see people who are not able to think logically, okay? No, let's not. I know you're joking. I know you're joking. but Lou might not. And I don't want to be like fake news. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay. Hello, Smith. Or thank you, Smith. Thank you, Smith. But yes. Okay. So November, just realize that things have been said. Okay. If somebody here wants to continue this kind of behavior, then that's them. You know, that's their decision. All right. No. You know, you guys know I don't like playing the scale. Do you remember me? Because then I start saying, remember me. I start getting into Coco, okay? You know, no, it's not a free publicity for Coco, but it's just like, you know, you too, Elena. No, I don't like that. I know what you guys are doing. Don't you think I don't see what you fans are doing? Okay, I mean that's great. That's great that you know they have such strong fans. But no, we don't do that. Okay, let's bring it back here. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay. So this wanted to I'm going to move forward because I feel like I said everything I needed to say regarding November. It's just like if somebody, just to summarize, if somebody here is not taking the connection seriously and all of that, then that's just more of a reason for somebody here to do something about it and realize that they deserve more. They deserve better. Ooh. Okay. All right. Hello, Cloudy. Okay. And all right, let's move on. So December. Hello. December. Okay. I'm picking up, you know, I'm picking up on just a overall generous kind of energy. Okay, so somebody here may have a tendency to just be very giving, kind, understanding, you know, a shoulder to cry on and all of that. And it's like, no wonder. It's like, it's so easy to fall in love with this person and due to their kindness. And I'm also getting their spirituality or like the way they see the world or they speak their truth. And somebody here is very turned on by this. They're like, ooh, that's so hot. Anything else? They want to talk. They want to be in this person's world. They think that they're dealing with a star, you know, somebody who can just light up the sky. Somebody here is romantic too. Not only are they playful, they got a way with words, they speak their truth, they are very passionate regarding this connection. But not only that, they like to keep things playful, engaged. And it's like I see this connection growing, but not growing just like from the ground up, like growing like fireworks, like baby fire. And you know, don't get me singing, all right, but like just like the the lights in the back, it's like it's nice energy. Oh, let's sit in this energy for a while. So. Okay, let's move on. So that's technically December 2026, but I did this with the previous signs in the previous live stream, and I'm going to continue on. I'm going to tap into January 2027 as well, just to give you a little, you know, peeky peek. All right. Okay. Oh. Thank you, Donald. I didn't even see that. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh. Okay, January 2027. Here we are. What do we got? Okay, I mean, your energy coming in very strongly. Oh, before we get into 2027, I'm going to do bottom of the deck after the reshuffle. So kind of think of, ready, 1, 2, 3. Oh. So I definitely see in the, especially the later part, things are going to pick up, okay? I do sense here, no, 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 okay. Oh, no. Okay, all right, Lou. Hi, Lou. You must be new here, okay? You must be new. All right, so I'm not your, everyday reader or what have you, okay? So, you know, you know, you don't have to like bring in past experiences on here. All you have to do is less this, more this, and see what I'm about, okay? All right. Okay. Okay. So, hmm. No, I mean like overall, like, so somebody here might think like, oh, there is some things to be like sad about, but God is saying no. No, even like the sadness that this energy may experience in 2026, it's even that is a blessing. And I see here like somebody even using their heartbreak or sadness, like I don't need, it's not even to say I see sad like heartbreak, but or rather disappointment. Okay, I do sense here disappointment, okay? Yeah. So Lou, okay? All right. Oh, Lou, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to learn, okay? You're gonna have to learn. All right. I don't know. You know, Lou's gotta learn. Lou's gotta learn. Okay. So, thank you, Donald. Thank you for trying to manage that. Okay. So, yeah. Even like, oh, thank you, Matthews. Even like I'm getting sadness, okay? Disappointment or sadness. Even if through life's ups and downs, okay? I do sense here it's going to be a blessing. Some, if anything, it's going to be a motivator. It might even, maybe perhaps somebody here decides to share the experience and is going to create buzz, or it's going to create some sort of even fame or some sort of like, I'm getting buzz, okay? I'm getting buzz. Like this is like people are going to be talking about it. So it's like someone's winning regardless of the circumstances. Ooh, and very interesting. So, okay. So that's what it's going to feel like in 2026. It's almost like you can't go wrong, even though it may feel like, oh, somebody here may feel like there's reasons to be disappointed about certain outcomes or certain experiences, but even those were blessings in disguise, and overall it just feels like someone's going to be happy. Okay, I feel happiness energy. Okay, so January 2027, I see when it comes to finances, there's a lot of like uncertainties that I'm picking up. And but it's saying don't worry. It's like if somebody here really does what they truly want and love to do, then what's going to happen with the financial matters. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Honey, don't you worry. Come on now. Come on. Don't you worry. Literally, the last card before that was this, which is your energy coming in very strongly. So God is saying, it's almost as if like there's a tie between the love life and the career. Really, God? There's a tie between love life and career? Well, God is saying, no, don't think of it like that. Don't think of it like that, because then somebody here, they may jump into conclusions and their mind may really wander off. God is saying, no, be balanced, okay? Be balanced, be fair, be just. What is this final message? Yeah, this keeps wanting to come up. Okay, one more card. One more card. Yeah. So I'm getting here, maybe I'm picking up on a pair. I do, okay? And one side makes a lot more than the other, okay? Or like their lifestyle is like completely different. Maybe like one side works like, I don't know, works a lot of hours for less pay, while their counterpart or the person that they're dealing with works what seems to be very little hours, or what seems to be minimal effort, but receives a lot of money, okay? And so there's some level of insecurities regarding that. And what's the advice for that, God? Okay, somebody here is worrying for no reason. What this person, okay, icon, no, okay, this is not Simon Says. It's not, okay? It's not, all right? But welcome, okay? All right, so the final message for that is what the energy who's just like, who doesn't make a lot, hello female, doesn't make, who makes less than the other person, okay? The message here is this person has a tendency to be defensive about this, and there's no reason to be, because they're a partner at the end of the day, okay? They're still together. You know what I mean? They're still together. Just because like one side doesn't make more, that they think of the other person less. No, I'm getting somebody here who's not shallow like that. They just they just want somebody who's loyal, to have by their side, to build roots, who they can trust, that they are going to protect their home, you know, literally or figuratively. Like, it's just protect their space and their connection. They're just looking for somebody, true love, true healthy love. Beautiful. No coincidence. No wonder. No wonder. There's so much like positive energy. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up, but don't you think I forgot one of these? Okay, so I've been using this at the end for all the signs previously, and so I'm gonna do this for the rest of the signs as well um after each. Oh no, I think they're like boy bands and girl bands. Yeah, and they have loyal followings, and because I look like this, they're like, oh, she must know. Anyways, okay, so for So I'm going to be doing this for the rest of the signs at the end. And so they're going to, so for those who are listening in, this is for you. Like, you can ask or keep in mind a yes or no question, and let's see what it says. More of like more, it's just for fun. I call this, let's just do it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you ask? Did you ask? Okay. Come on. Oh, indication. Say yes. Indications. Say yes. Ooh, I wonder what your question was. Yes, yes, Maya. Yes, you could have thought of it in your mind. You didn't have to ask in the chat. No worries. See, it's not an 8-ball. It's a blue, you know. Yeah. Okay. So, let's move on to Libra. Wow. I don't think I can move this at this rate. We gotta move a little quicker, what, don't you think, huh? Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Oh. Oh, thank you, Donald. Thank you. Well, we just wanted to let Daniel know, you know, you're in a safe space. I know exactly what you mean, and don't worry. It's not what it seems. I swear, it's not what it looks like. Okay, so feel free to hang out. Less this, more this. We're not all, you know, people you see on here. We're not all created equal, okay? So you'll know if you're truly listening and retaining in. I really believe it's no coincidence you were in here, okay? So everybody is welcome here regardless of their background and what they believe in, okay? We all don't let this live stream fool you, okay? We have to pay attention. Okay. Hello, thank you, Maya. Thank you. Let's move forward. Should we just do a completely new one for her? Yo, look at you. Libra's like, you better collect all of those cards. I'm just kidding. Relax. Relax, Libra. Don't you worry, okay? Oh, Libra. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do a fresh new one for you, Libra. I'm gonna do a little shuffle. Okay, feel free to check the opening message, opening collective message. Remember, this is a part 2, so if you are Aries through Leo or dealing with Aries through Leo or have strong placements from Aries through Leo, you're more than welcome to check out the part 1. And remember, regardless of the labels, no coincidence you're in here, okay? Hello, Juan wrote, I have a question. All right, for those of you who have questions or would like to connect with me one-on-one, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. I try to conserve my energy by helping collectively on here, but for those of you who want a one-on-one session, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. And as mentioned in the beginning, my Valentine's Day gift to everybody on here is if you join the membership during the month of February 2026 during a live stream, okay, you can ask a personal question and I will answer it right here, right now, okay? All right. So Libra, oh, what's been going on with you? So I'm getting here, January was very tough, okay? January was very tough. I'm getting here something about, okay, I will not be surprised if there was some level of like death or something like that. And for those of you who have lost somebody, I am sorry, and my condolences goes out to you guys, okay? It is tough. It is tough, okay? But I'm sensing here something ended, something broke off, some, okay, for those of you who are not, who, if it's not literal, you know, somebody is no longer here on earth, if it's not that, it's either somebody here really had to distance themselves from something toxic, okay? And I see here it's because if they held on to this connection or even a mindset, whatever it is that they held on to, it would have had the same results no matter. It's like it would have led to the same results, like a dead end, not being able to progress further. Somebody here really did give their best, okay? Okay. So just for, I know those of you who are in here, yeah. So those of you who are in here that is resonating, okay? It is no coincidence. I know that I don't have to be on here. I hope you guys know I don't have to be on here and be like, hey, you, this message is for you. I'm talking to you. You. Yeah, you. I don't have to be there and do that, okay? You guys know this is you guys listening into your own intuition, okay? You'll know how it resonates for you, okay? And so if you, so the most, one of the blessed things about being an energy reader is that you don't have to tell me. I already know. I already know your situation, what you're going through. And so it is no coincidence that I'm able to pinpoint some of these messages. And you'll know if this resonates for you, okay? So don't think like everything I say is meant for you, because then that is not following your intuition either, okay? So we have to know which message is for us and which message is for somebody else, and which message is able to help us as well, to equip us, because we're learning. One of the great and powerful things is that we don't have to learn from our own mistakes anymore. We don't. We can learn from other people's mistakes. Some people are so keen on, no, I have to learn it for myself. Yes, sometimes we do. Sometimes, but time and a place. But what if God said, oh, hey, you know what? I can tell you from this example, from Jesus's example, from, you know, these examples, the outcomes, the possibilities, okay? So it's really up to us, okay? Yeah, Valerie wrote, that's insane that what you said perfectly resonates with me. Oh, oh, yeah, thank you, John or Juan. So I like this, like Libra energy. You know, you guys are coming in very strongly, but let's move forward, okay? We don't want to be stuck here. We have to keep going, okay? That's how it is. That's how it is on this earthly plane, where life keeps going, time moves on, we keep going, okay? So So for February, I'm picking up like finances wise, okay? Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Even though Valerie is a Sag, they're resonating because it's energy. I read energies. The labels and the signs, they're there for like confirmation or as like a sign and a cue. You know, that's how we recognize. But when you don't know it, yeah, exactly. Like Valerie knew right away. This was their story. Yeah. Anyways, let's move forward. So February, finances wise, this is looking, good. I think it looks good. Even though there's some sort of like, perhaps, if anything, I feel like somebody here rejected more pay, which is interesting, huh? Okay. Yeah, so remember, you gotta use your judgment, okay? You make sure some people are going to act like that. They are. They're going to act like phonies, or they are phonies. And so this is where we use our intuition, okay? And we can't believe everything we hear, but you'll know exactly how it resonates with you and if you feel and vibe with me. I leave it up to you. I'm not here to be like, listen to me, I'm right. Yeah, yeah, you already coming. No, no, no. No, I don't even want to tap into that energy, okay? So, oh, hello, Karmas. What I did. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it seems to me like somebody here even like rejected like higher pay or higher income or like an opportunity because they felt like they didn't need to. You know, that's a nice problem to have, or that's a nice little like dilemma. Oh, I think I don't think I need this extra little. Okay, anything you want to say regarding that? Okay, all right, Juan. Okay, you can't piggyback off of my thing just because you wrote it on my thing doesn't mean I'm agreeing with you, okay? So if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, that's what your channel here is for, okay? Otherwise, please, less this, more this, all right? Okay. I am getting here, just to wrap up February though, just be mindful, okay? Very funny, Donald. Yeah, Donald's got jokes. For those of you who don't know, okay? Oh, thank you, Juan. Oh, thank you, Juan. Okay. I want to say it was a good decision. If somebody here rejected, you know, an opportunity or like a higher pay or something like that because they intuitively felt like, no, they could do without it. It wasn't worth their time, or it just didn't spiritually align with them, whatever it was. Okay. And also, I say that it was a good thing because I think it came with a lot of like hidden, I'm getting hidden clause. Okay. So, it could be like, you know, the contract or the deal said this. It's just like, oh, if you stay or do this, but then it's just like little things here and there that like adds up. And so somebody here really put their foot down and was just like, nah, I'm good, and just knew their worth, and ultimately it made them look more attractive. Okay. All right. I don't know what that person said, Donald, but thank you. I'm going to trust your judgment. Okay, one, two, okay. So you guys have to remember we have Mr. Donald as our moderator, reporting for duty. Thank you so much for being here and for protecting the space. me, the messages. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So March. March. I'm picking up on a sad energy. I am. I do. And it's because the person that they're dealing with, oh man, they're very like of value or, oh really? Oh. I don't want to say as usual, but sure, sure, you know. So sad to see because, you know, it's so sad, so sad. Hopefully they'll learn, you know? Yeah. Okay. So somebody here is sad because the person that they're dealing with, they're of value. Let me just get a little sip. And let's clear the energies. Let's get some, let's clear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right. Happy. Hello, hello, Captain. Hello, Captain. I'm all I'm saying is this. Okay. Okay, so somebody here, they're sad. I'm gonna try to go as quickly as possible because we can't be here all day. Hello, Bear. So I'm picking up on somebody who's sad because they feel like they can give somebody the world. They are dealing with somebody who is of value, but they feel like there was too much time that has been spent either apart or... But somebody here is serious about wanting to progress things here. I do sense that, okay? Hello, Ash. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Kat. Hello, Aura. Okay. April. I'm picking up on... April, things are going to move quickly. However, somebody here, maybe there's like a schedule conflict or I just feel like somebody here doesn't feel enough, okay? They feel like they want all of this like momentum and it's coming from a heart space. So perhaps somebody here wants to be in a relationship, wants to get things moving, wants to get intimate quickly, or like wants to do all of these things, but it's like the person that they're dealing with, they do come off as somebody who's very spiritual, but it's very hard to read them, very hard. And so this energy, it's like they sense that there is some sort of, perhaps there was some level of flirtatiousness that I'm picking up, but apart from that, it's very difficult to read this person is what I'm sensing here. Any advice for that? Well, one, don't play games, okay? Don't jump into conclusions. It's like if somebody here is unclear about where they are within the connection, just ask. Don't make it a big deal. Obviously, if this is like forbidden or if this is like a crush, it can't go anywhere, somebody here is going to realize and move on. Okay, I do sense that. But if this is, you know, if somebody here really feels like this is a really good connection, no, never mind. God is like, I feel like somebody here just, they're not ready. They think that they are, okay? Yeah, they think that they are, you know. I don't like to add labels onto myself. That's one of the things, because, you know, it'll never end then. It'll never end. Okay. You know, where does it stop? You know, that's what I mean. Like, where does it stop if we keep labeling every little thing? So, okay. So that was for April, okay? So, but yeah, I'm just getting, there's something about if it's not gonna go anywhere, then just keep it as a friendship level, okay? Hello, Matt. Aww. DT wrote, you look like a princess. Aww. And let's move on. All right. You know, right? Matt, you're gonna have to just rewind. You're gonna have to rewind. Don't worry, I'll be here for you guys. Okay. Oh, hello, Ruby. Oh, real princess. Oh, you guys. I sense your energies. That is sweet. I'm picking up on very sweet energy right now. Okay. So, May. May is going to be... Oh, the first message I got is I'm getting the end of brokenness. Oh, whether that is financially broke or whether it's just feeling broken. Okay, I see that somebody here is going to wrap that up. And the reason why is because they are connecting with somebody who is very giving, generous, understands them. They feel very like protected and taken care of by this energy. And so, you know, no wonder they don't feel like they're not enough anymore, because they finally, or they found somebody who sees their worth, you know, who sees them for them. I got chills. They sees them as being enough. Wow. Wow. What's gonna happen with these two? I know we shouldn't be asking, should we? But I am curious. What's gonna happen? Because it seems so nice. This energy feels so nice. Hello, Maria. All right, let's see. Look at that. This connection, it comes from truth, okay? For those of you who are have some questions and interested in connecting with me outside of this platform, or have personal questions, all of that information can be found in the description of this video, okay? Okay, for sure, Aura. So I'm picking up the connection. This is a genuine connection, okay? So if somebody here feels like they can trust this energy, that they're speaking from their heart, from their truth, they really do feel seen by this person. And I see a lot of communication going back and forth. And I see, if this doesn't end up being something romantic, I just feel like it's a great partnership. Like somebody here, imagine meeting somebody that believes in you, that trusts you, that values you, that sees your worth, that sees you. Wouldn't you want this kind of energy in your life? Holy smokes. So somebody here, even though they may have had insecurities in the past, they can't deny this connection. This feels right, is what I'm sensing here, okay? So let's move on. So May is looking really good, okay? June. June, what I see here is somebody is going to be finding or building some sort of soul family, or like a soul tribe. And these are not just any kind of family or any kind of soul tribe. This is like people who are making moves. They are like perhaps very involved in the community, or come from like a wealthy background, or has power. Okay, I'm getting somebody here who may have some level of power or influence, maybe good with money. I'm just getting very like rich energy. Okay, and so there's going to be an opportunity to come together and work together, or like be part of this group, crowd, community. And it's going to be soul freeing. Wow. Because somebody here, they're going to feel useful, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. They are going to literally, I'm getting chills, you guys. They're somebody here really feels like this is a destined, that is a destined thing to happen. Wow. Look at you, Libra. It's looking very good, especially in June, okay? Something's happening in June. Somebody here is going to feel very at home with the people that they have surrounded themselves with, okay? July. Oh, two wanted to come out. Okay. It's funny because it kind of like, we're kind of piggybacking off of the June reading, but what I'm sensing here is that when somebody here taps into this kind of emotional happiness and being surrounded by people that they consider like family or their home, I'm getting here that, let me just, I'm getting here that they are, yeah, I was trying not to get like over, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but I was being filled with that previous energy. I was like trying my hardest not to cry from gratitude, because that's the energy I was picking up. But I see here in July, because somebody here is at their highest, or like they're feeling like they're on top of the world, there's going to be some sort of like people who wants to be in on that, like be part of that. But they do it in a very like manipulative way. It's almost as if like they're willing to put like no effort, and is willing and is wanting to get the same level of access. So I'm getting kind of like a gatekeeper energy, okay? Anything regarding that? There's going to be one energy in particular that is going to be coming in as a very genuine energy. This energy, they do deserve, I don't want to say a handout, but they do deserve the help, the assistance, okay? So God is saying be very picky of who's in it for the wrong reasons. But if somebody here is connecting with somebody that is truly genuine, truly wants, there's some level of service energy that I'm picking up. So if somebody here is the type to volunteer their time, be very giving and generous, and puts in the hard work and effort, and just tries to do everything that is good in God's eyes, that energy is what we should invest in, who we should bring into our circle, okay? Because we want to make sure that the community, we protect our community as well. We're not just letting in anybody in through the side doors. This is no Trojan horse, okay? Uh-uh. So we have to be very protective of our space, of our members, of our community, and just be mindful. Are they pulling in their weight? Are they contributing in their own way? We're not talking about apples per apple, okay? In their way. Are they trying? Are they being genuine? Okay? Hello, Ashley. Okay. July, August. 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 Wow. Somebody here, they are going to be in their feels. Okay? They're good. Somebody here is like in love, has a crush, whatever it is, and they're very in their head about it, and they're trying to calm themselves down. They're just like, oh, this is like some. I'm getting like very like pterodactyls, and there's it's not butterflies, it's pterodactyls, and they're in somebody's stomach. Like they get that much nervousness and jitters, and they're trying to be like, get up. I'm getting like, get a hold of yourself. Somebody here is like, get a hold of yourself. You know? They're just a human being like you and me, but somebody here. So they're going to try to keep their composure, but they are falling for this individual. What's the recommendation? I mean, it's saying feel them out first, because the last thing you want is this to be like just a crush situation and somebody is just head over heels over a crush. Just make sure, one, are they single? Two, is there like, are you guys compatible? And it's not just like a physical thing. Like, is there the possibility for this to progress into a healthy romantic connection? Okay, somebody here really needs to address and assess that, because that's going to determine the outcome of whether or not they should pursue this connection or not. Okay, not everybody is going to be meeting their one and only, and where everything just aligns and they want all the same things and they're compatible and everything's perfect. No, it's not going to be like that each and every time. So somebody here needs to be very mindful. Okay, September. But I have a feeling that there is somebody special coming in. I do sense that. And I see here by September, I do sense some sort of like union happening, some sort of coming together, setting roots. Perhaps somebody here is going to get in a relationship or get married, engaged, or like making the next thing into a higher level of commitment, something like that. There also may be children involved as well, but somebody here is very aroused by the connection, and is physical. There's a physical attraction. Not only that, but a mental connection as well, okay? So somebody here is very smart, is able to communicate their wants, needs. If something doesn't look right, doesn't go their way, it just doesn't seem fair, they'll vocalize, and the other person is going to be like, yes, and that's exactly why they're together, because they appreciate that about one another, okay? Aura wrote, I truly believe that there are no coincidences in life. I don't usually watch live streams on YouTube, but I decided to scroll through today. I found your live stream exactly when I needed to. Oh, thank you, Aura. Love hearing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, it is no coincidence. Out of all the live streams out there, all the content out there, and just the fact that you usually don't watch live streams, but you decided to today. And I'm so glad to be that live stream for you. Okay, so thank you for being here. Yes, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell so you're notified of when I go live or post new content. Okay, glad to have you here. Welcome. All right, let's move on. Okay, and for everybody else who's on the same page, who's just watching in silence, don't you think I don't know and how you feel, okay? But I do appreciate, Laura, like vocalizing. I do appreciate that. It's a good reminder for me as well. So I appreciate everybody who took the time to be on here. I see you. I see you energetically as well. Okay. Okay. So thank you. All right. So September, yeah, September's looking really good. Okay. Oh, Donald, come on. Donald. Hello, Damon. Okay. So October. Let's see what we have here. Oh, thank you, Stay Mina. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Here, Donald. Here's a peppermint for ya. Ah! If you're hungry. Hopefully that'll keep you through. I know, energetically, it tastes so good. Refreshing, I know. Okay, so what is October? October. Okay. So October, there is some level of stress, okay? Aw, thank you. Speed. Phantom speed. Okay. So I'm getting here. I'm picking up some level of stress in October, and it's regarding the connection I think we were just talking about. And it's because somebody here really wants like a new beginning and they want to have a lot of quick and fast conversations. Okay. And they just feel like things are left in limbo. Like they're wondering, what if they don't want the same things? What if their heart's not in the same place? What if there are other people involved? So, because I see here somebody here has a tendency to be very generous, loving, and giving. And so if somebody here doesn't have a strong mental strength and confidence, they can have the tendency to think the worst. Oh, they're probably out talking to other people. Oh, they're not answering my calls. So they're probably on a date. Their mind wanders off. Like if somebody, so I am getting here. Life's a balance, okay? We don't want this to be like, life's a balance. All right? Oh, hello, Zeros. Welcome. Can you give me a reading? I'm Liam, and I am a high schooler, and a lot is going on in my life, and I'm sorry I can't pay you, so you don't want to. I understand. Oh, I had a feeling this has been going through on my mind, and this is something that I may offer. I might assign homework. I might assign homework for you guys. And so for those who complete it and who does it, you know, I might give opportunities for free readings. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Because I don't, I feel for you guys, especially the younger crowds. And again, for me, it's not about money. Obviously, I have to, pay my bills and, put food on the table and all of that too. We are living here on earth. We have earthly responsibilities. However, you know, again, it's not always about the money. It's about energy exchange. Have you liked the video? Are you subscribed to the channel? Okay. So make sure you put in the effort as well and you're just not taking. But I am happy to have you here for everyone who's joining in. Okay. I'm happy to have you here because we all have to start from somewhere, right? And we're learning. Okay. Yeah, and also the great thing about me is I'm an energy reader. You don't even have to ask. I have a feeling your energy, your circumstances, they are going to come up if you are truly, genuinely, wanting to find truth and clarity into your situation, okay? And want to find some level of healing as well. And feel free to check out all of my readings, whether it says like, I don't know, August 2025, it doesn't matter. All of my readings are timeless, and labels aside, just know that you found it at the perfect time, okay? All right. Thank you, Cynthia. All right. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about have people hype this video. You guys, hype this video. I think that's gonna be one of the homeworks for those who are, can't pay but would like a free reading or something like that. I might do something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So yes, October. Just be mindful of that. Somebody here has a lot of love to give. The person that this energy is dealing with, they have a lot of love to give. So if somebody here doesn't have confidence in themselves and is able, like, I just keep getting somebody here has a tendency to jump into conclusions and create like outcomes that is not real. Okay, so just be mindful of that. November. So November, what I'm sensing here is that there's going to be some level of like a career or work opportunity, and it's going to bring about a lot of like creative effort. Okay. Hello, Vu. Hello, Vu. So, but it's like it's passion driven, but I just kind of feel like it's a dead end situation. Why is that? Remember, it's I don't want to, of course I want to give you guys like a positive message, but that would defeat my purpose of like bringing the truth and reality, okay? Like it's not rainbows and sunshine on here. It isn't. I just tell what I'm seeing, what the message is coming through, okay? And I will say this, that somebody here is going to feel like they wasted their time and effort on a dead end situation, and it's going to require a lot of like healing, okay? I do sense that. And the reason why it may not have worked out to somebody's favor is because there was some sort of like prematurity or like immaturity. Somebody here, perhaps like they made it seem like they're very, they know what they're doing and but it wasn't the reality. It wasn't the reality. And so ultimately there's some level of rejection energy or ending, and it's ultimately because somebody here needs to be healing from the situation. Okay? This is like this needs to stop. Whatever this is, like pouring into the wrong situation, that needs to stop. Okay. December. Yeah, it's watch out, because I'm getting here with a lot of success comes people who are wanting to be a part of that, right? And so I see just a lot of like competitive energy that wants to utilize this connection for their own benefit. And I'm also getting fame, okay? So somebody here may be in the public eye, okay? Okay, okay. No, 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 serious. No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Please. I know. We like to keep it to God. You know, we like to keep it to God over here. I know you guys want to like talk about other stuff, but no, yeah, no, yeah. Let's not encourage him, Donald. I know we're curious, but no. But anyway, so I don't know why I wanted to say Tuesday. Hmm? Okay. So for December, yeah, just be mindful. Somebody here realizes that they want to ride on somebody's success, okay? Okay. Anyways, no, 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 no talking about rituals. No, no, no. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna tap into January. I'm just gonna finish. Okay. First bottom of the deck. Oh, look at that. So I am seeing here that there's going to be some level for Libras or those listening in. Okay, I am picking up on some sort of like partnership. Okay, coming together, and I see it being successful because it's going to, both parties are going to win. It's like what one party is lacking, the other person has. Whatever the other person is lacking, the other energy has. It's just like kind of like a yin and yang energy where it just feels very good. It just matches like a puzzle piece, just fits really well. And so I just really get this feeling like you are going to either meet somebody like this or spend more time with somebody like an individual like this, and it's going to feel like a faded kind of connection. Remember, we were talking very strong, like picking up very strongly about some sort of like soul tribe or soul family and like a community kind of thing. But out of all of them, yes, all of them are going to play a factor because it's a community thing. However, there's one person in particular that is going to like really push this energy on track and help them go full force into what they're passionate about, okay? Hello, Victoria. Oh, thank you, sweet gal. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take the rest of these cards, these 5 cards for January 2027. We're going to do a little sneak preview into the following year. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. No coincidence. Your energy coming through very strongly. Okay, so this is heavy. I don't know what you're talking about, Donald. This is freaking heavy on my head. Oh my god. No. No, okay. Okay. So I'm seeing here, I see that somebody is going to be protective of their heart, okay, in January. Okay, zeros is a Scorpio, November 16th. Nice. So somebody here is going to really protect their heart, and it's just like whatever they have learned regarding their spirituality and all of that, they're going to really put it into practice, and is willing to like put in the work and effort to try to protect their hearts. Like somebody here is just tired of getting hurt, being played, and they just want love. Okay, so somebody here is really going to tap into their spirituality and what they have learned up until this point, and is going to move. I don't want to say move slowly, but surely. Okay, they are moving. They are I'm getting kind of like brick by brick energy. Because somebody here they don't want a fleeting love. Okay, they want something. They want their cup filled. Okay, is what I'm seeing here. They want to be emotionally fulfilled by their counterpart. They're tired of just pouring their cup into a bottomless cup, like into a cup with a hole at the bottom. There's somebody here sick and tired of that. And so I see that in January 2027, somebody here is really going to get serious about like putting into action and even to their mindset what they have truly learned from, through the ups and downs and through the pain. But what I do like about this, the reason why this energy gets serious about this is because they haven't given up on love. Okay, they know that their counterpart is out there and wants to come together. Okay. Zeros wrote, I'm looking for my perfect love match because I have many friends but none to love. I feel for you, okay, Zeros, because you're not the only one. A lot of people are on the same boat. They feel like, quantity over quality kind of thing, just because, they have a lot of friends that it means something, but it doesn't, and I think just the fact that you understand the distinction, the difference between friends and so what that tells me, there is loyalty within you. There is. I do sense that. There is some level of loyalty. You don't categorize everybody the same way, in a sense, okay? Donald. Like I said, no, Zeros, no. Don't listen just because Donald got a little shield, blue shield, and his name got lit up. Don't be just taking up on his advice, okay? Stay focused. The message is here, not Donald, okay? Sorry, Donald, I had to say it. I had to make it clear, okay? Donald is sharing Donald's feedback. It's not to say Donald's wrong. It's not to say Donald's wrong. I'm not saying that, but life's a balance. Life's a balance, okay? I do agree. Life is a balance. And school is school. Okay? Work is work. Life is a balance. And you have the rest of your life ahead of you. And for those of you who's not a high schooler or young or like, you know, whatever your age is, it's not to say you don't have the rest of your life ahead of you. It's not to say that. But I think you're handling it better than you think, Donald. I think you're doing, you're good. And you know, if I feel like you're straying, then you know I'll tell you. You know, I'll tell you. Anyways, let's move forward. And Libra gets this. So let's anybody. Okay, everybody and anybody who's in here watching now or later, ask any question, preferably a yes or no, obviously. Okay, and let's see for funds, for a little fun. Let's see what we have here. Okay, have you asked? Okay. Don't bet on it. Oh, don't bet on it. Oh, you know what that tells me? Somebody is all talk, no game. They never had the intention of. Oh, bottom of the deck. Ooh. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's see what we have here for Scorpio. What do we have? What do we have? Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, we're gonna tap in from January through December. Or technically January through January. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna let it flow. Let it do its thing. So let me see. Okay. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record Scorpio. And do Sagittarius and then call it a night. Okay? I think that is the right thing to do. Okay. And then we'll do Capricorn through Pisces on the next one, and that'll be part 3. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom of the deck now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I'm sensing here is that in 2026, that I see there's going to be a lot of like, I'm getting cutting the fat. And so what that tells me is some of you guys may literally be like, you know, losing weight, you know, slimming down. Some of you guys may be getting ripped. Like And I'm also getting even like metaphorically as well, like just something about thank you, Donald. Okay, so the thing about, yeah, so I just see a lot of like dead weight, just like being let go, a lot of like dead end situations. And it is going to be hard. It is going to be not easy. There's going to be an effort. And you are going to, I'm getting some sort of like very exhausted energy. Somebody here is going to be very tired and depleted because somebody here has been pouring into the wrong connection. Okay, they've been, I'm already picking it up on it now, and we haven't really even dived in, but I'm picking up on somebody here who's been loyal to the wrong people. Okay, but let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, so Ahmed, I think if you haven't gotten it by now, okay, the racist comments are not appreciated. Okay, and you know, Donald, our moderator, was trying to be nice, but you just keep going, and so please be mindful. All right, we just like to keep this space relevant. Okay. Oh, Donald, you don't have to go easy on him. You know, you don't have to go easy on him. You can give him the full 24 hours. Don't worry. It's okay. But yeah, thank you. Okay, but yeah, I'll leave it up to you. I just don't want you to do more work than you need. You know what I mean? But you can use your best judgment. Oh, so yeah, let's move in, okay? So I see here in January there has been a lot of like waiting around, okay? Okay. All right. Mawa, no, honey, no, honey. Okay, so this is my channel. I am not going to tolerate disrespect, racism, bullying, and all of that. For me to tolerate it is to accept disrespect, and I'm not going to have that on my channel. They're more than welcome to be. No, actually, I wouldn't even do that. This is 2026, people. Okay, time and a place. Time and a place. And for, you know, Mawa to be siding with them, okay? It's no, you're an enabler. You don't do that. And I'm looking at you, Hollywood, okay? No. No, no, no. I don't know what is happening. So you got stung by a bee. What? Anyways. So I know you guys are smart. You guys need to, I know you guys are smart. You guys read before you commented and accepted the disclaimer that there's not going to be any disrespect tolerated on here. And for you guys to do that, that is unacceptable, okay? I'm nice, but I know how to stand my ground. And it's funny, this is part of the message. Some people are like, oh, don't, okay, no. We address it and we move on. If they can't behave, then you know what happens, okay? No, this is nothing. We've seen worse, right, Donald? Come on, we've seen worse. This is nothing. I feel like they want attention. They finished dinner and they're just hanging out and they're just like. But again, you're in a safe space. You don't have to be like this. You don't. You don't have to be like this. Okay. Free will. So January, I just feel like there was a lot of like waiting around that had happened. But overall, it does feel like, okay, friendship wise, okay. Oh, thank you, Tony Several. Definitely seen worse. Your patience always amazes me. Oh, thank you. All right, so let's keep it relevant, okay, Hollywood? All right, so what I'm sensing here is, at least when it comes to friendship or community, January seems like, even though it may not have gotten right off the ground, but I see here that once there's a coming together, it feels nice. It feels like there's a lot of like reciprocation and happy times that I'm seeing here in January. But I do sense that it was a slow coming. Perhaps there was a lot of like delays and setbacks. And then for February, somebody here, there's something about keeping in touch online. Okay, so I see a lot of like back and forth messages, perhaps like meeting new people online, or like seeing a profile that they like, and there's a lot of like, there's a huge like crush energy that I'm picking up. So somebody here feels very like loving and generous, and there is some level of physical attraction, or somebody here is, I'm also getting a protective energy as well. So it's like, because they see somebody that they care about, or they see somebody who's very kind and generous, and somebody here just naturally has a protective energy about them, and so they try their best to protect this energy in their own unique way. And it's because somebody here is very like chivalrous, or just is very protective, or tries to do the right thing. And so that's coming through. Any advice for February? It just seems to me like things are very up in the air. Okay. So, hello, Charles. Well, what is this? As the title suggests, this is the yearly energy forecast. So, we're tapping into the energy as an energy reader. I'm going to be tapping into each month from January 2026 to January 2027 as a bonus. And so, I do these collective readings so I don't, spread myself too thin. For those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, because remember, this is a general, even though this may feel like a personal, all of that information can be found in the description of this video, okay? So welcome. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And feel free to listen in. You don't even have to ask any questions. As an energy reader, I just tap into whatever needs to be said. But again, this is an energy exchange, so I highly recommend liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And again, welcome. All right. So I see here in, so just to wrap up February energy, what I'm getting here is that this doesn't, this feels, even though there is a strong connection, it just feels like I don't want to say a fantasy, but it's thing, just enjoy it. Okay, don't think too much about the experience. Just dwell in what you're feeling at this time is what it's saying. So March, I am picking up on some sort of like betrayal or heartbreak energy due to some level of burdens. Okay, it's almost as if I'm getting somebody here trying to buy time. It's like somebody here was trying to keep a person theirs without claiming them to be theirs, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, thank you, Mr. Jackson. There's another Jack there, right? We have another Jackson. Okay, so somebody here was trying to claim or like call them theirs without claiming them, like without. So this, what that tells me is, it's like somebody here is like in love and all of that, but they don't, either they didn't vocalize it or they didn't make it known, and somebody here is just pissed that somebody is not taking this connection seriously. But it's just like, how can somebody take this connection seriously if it hasn't been vocalized that there is interest? Okay, I think somebody here just thought that being there as a body, like, it was enough, but it's not enough. It is not enough. There needs to be effort, like communication, you know, intentions. Like, has that been relayed? Okay. And so if somebody here is not liking what they are hearing at this time, okay, then they really need to take action, okay, is what I'm seeing here, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to April. So April, I'm getting here somebody wants to stay single, or like, see, this is the thing. I'm picking up on like a one-sided thing. It's just like one side wants a a full-on relationship, but they act like they don't want that. So it's contradicting. So if somebody here really wants to be in a relationship with somebody that they think is of value, that is worth it, then they really need to be honest and communicate that. Otherwise, then it's going to stay where it is, which is at limbo. Like, nothing's going to progress. So May, there's something like somebody here is not seeing things eye to eye. It's just like somebody here believes that they're a perfect match, but it feels very kind of like delusional, is what I'm sensing here. It's just like they, and if somebody here is of high value but they feel rejected by them, then they turn it around and switch it. It's just like, oh, they're probably a hoe. Like, somebody here is just like, oh, they're probably a hoe. They don't want me. They're probably a hoe. Like, this is their mindset. Okay. It's just like, maybe they don't want this connection because perhaps there's not enough communication, or like not enough vocalization of that there is an interest. So somebody just really feels like a one-sided like crush or one-sided romance, and this energy is stuck in that and not able to vocalize how they feel. Why not? Okay, this is very specific. It may not relate apply to everybody, but I have to say it. I have to say what I see. Okay, perhaps somebody here wants a family. Okay, they want a family, they want marriage and kids, a legacy, and perhaps the person that they want is not able, the person that wants to be with them, okay, is not able to offer that. Like, they can offer everything else except that. And that is painful. Painful, because that's all they really want to give to this energy. If that's what makes them happy, then that's what they want to give to this energy. But perhaps like they're not able to do that, or they're not able to have children, or like they don't want that, or they're not financially ready, or whatever it is, whatever the reasons for them not being able to do that. It's that's one of the reasons why there is this inability to come together, is what I'm sensing here. June, we're in Scorpio right now in June. Okay. All right. So June, I do sense a lot of, yeah, I do sense a lot of like communication coming in from many people from like all over the world or something. What is this? Okay. But they're all dead end situations. All right. Hello, Maria. But they're all dead end situations. So it's like somebody here is just casting the net wide. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem because again, we keep getting this energy of somebody here is trying to make it about quantity over quality. It's like no wonder they feel depleted. No wonder they feel lonely because they're casting the net so wide that they're catching everything from trash, from shrimp, from catfish, from sharks, anything, snails. Okay, so we really have to be mindful of not. I know this is not just Scorpios. Okay, I read energies. If you're listening in right now, there's something that you need to learn or like gain from what the message is coming through. Okay, it's like it's not more the merrier. It's not. We have to be very, it's like we have to be very conscious about who we let into our life. And I know it seems very counterintuitive. Oh, be selective. Not it's not more the merrier. What? But that's exactly what it's saying. Like, and this energy who's resonating with this, they understand and know what they've been doing so far hasn't been working, because if it has been working, they wouldn't be feeling this lonely. Okay? Right. I mean, you know, maybe not throw it back. It ends with us. Okay? Don't throw it back. It ends with us. Let it end with us. Okay? That's how, like, you know, it can't be an eye for an eye kind of thing. Then that'll make the whole world blind, right? That's how the saying goes. So just be mindful of that. Let's move on. July. Speaking of moving on, okay. So July. Dang. You know, I know Tony-san. I'm like, maybe I should just save Sagittarius. I wanted to do Sagittarius on this live stream, so you don't have to wait, you know. But I feel like I should do it. Save it for the next stream, so you just get like a brand new energy. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So July, what I'm seeing here is, yeah, somebody is walking away from love, okay? Yeah, so in July, I just feel like somebody is kind of walking away from love, or like somebody's trying to protect their heart. Okay, cool. All right, I'll save it then, Tanisa. Yeah, I think it's a good call. Okay. So, yeah, July just feels like maybe this may be like a work crush or work related, or you like met this person while they're working. It just kind of feels like there is a lot of care, but the love part, it just feels like it's not a romantic kind of love. It feels more like cordial, business like, or you know? It feels more like that. So it's best to, if it feels like there's no romantic prospect, but more like a family-like prospect, platonic, professional, whatever it is, uh, it's saying honor that. Okay? There's nothing wrong with honoring that kind of connection. It's better to have somebody that you feel, you know, a genuine connection with. It's like, just be true, just be genuine to the connection, and that'll be helpful. So, August. Be mindful of who you connect with. They may be lying about their location, okay? So, or like they say that they'll be there, but they don't even like, you know, they may act like the um they may act like they live like near or they're going to be there, but I just kind of feel like there's some level of distance. Any advice or anything like that? The person that this energy is dealing with, they are like an honest person though. They are. But it's maybe somebody here, they just jumped into conclusions that they live nearby or they were close by. But I think somebody here needs to listen more, because they've always been telling the truth and was being honest and not trying to like leave somebody astray. And it's somebody here just needs to actually be listening to what is being said, because this person, they've been honest the whole time. Oh, nice. Nice. All right. Okay. August. That was August. So September. No, I don't think it's necessarily that. It was just somebody here just jumped into conclusions that they either like lived closer or something, like they thought they were being dishonest, but they were being honest. They were being honest. I do see that. But there is definitely a distance. So for September, what I'm getting here is there's a decision that needs to be made. And it's regarding a new beginning and closing up of a cycle. Somebody here needs to be very strict. It's almost as if, okay, they need to be very mindful of who and what they spend their time on, okay? Somebody here wants to kind of like focus on, it's like somebody here doesn't want to be responsible. They just want to be in like, I don't want to say la la land, but like they just want to romanticize about things when they really should be bettering themselves. Okay, so instead of focusing on like trying to attain and acquire and get, you know, the affection, you know, the person that they want, they really need to try to be a better version of themselves, you know, to help them feel more confident, so that when the time does come to invite a romantic partner, that they are going to feel confident and ready. So that's what they need to focus on, okay? Remember Zero. He's joking. He's joking, okay? Uh, ish, joking-ish. Okay. That was October. November. Let's do it. We're almost there. November. November. There's the Sagittarius energy. And then December. Let's do that. Oh, look at that. Okay. So November, I see you being very creative. Okay. There's going to be some sort of like creativity or like a creative project or something like that. And there's going to be a lot of flirtatiousness. I do sense that. Like perhaps there's somebody that is very physically attractive that is going to be in this person's energy. And you'll know, we do have cross watchers here, so roles can be reversed, but somebody, I'm picking up on a very attractive energy. And but at the same time, like somebody here is so tired and exhausted. I see it being like, maybe it's just like a very flirty thing, Oh, nice, nice. Oh, nice. That's cool. Any final message for November? Enjoy the time, okay? I just see kind of very like slow moving energy, but somebody here is being like flirtatious or like it just feels good, okay? But it doesn't feel quick. It feels very like engaging, but it has a healing energy to it. So don't be surprised if it kind of moves slow, but it does feel nice. I do like the energy behind it. December. Okay, this is a warning. Somebody here is moving too slow, okay? If somebody is trying to buy time and is not willing to commit or is not being vocal about about how they feel and all of that, it's because it's a dead-end situation, okay? They never planned on going or progressing further. If it's that slow, okay, it shouldn't be this slow, okay? I just keep getting like, it's too slow, it's not going anywhere. Somebody here is just, it doesn't feel fair, okay? It's moving too slow, and it ended because it was at a snail's pace, okay? Yeah. Remember, Donald is curious. He's a curious guy. He's gonna be asking. He's gonna be asking. Okay, so January 2027. Okay, we're gonna end the reading with January 2027. What do we need to know? I keep getting time wasters, okay? Somebody here is just like a time waster. They're like wasting people's time. They're telling like lies. They're not being honest. And it's to the point where somebody here can no longer deny the damage that this energy has done, to the point where it's creating stress, stagnancy, quietness, like. And so somebody here, realizes that they deserve better than this, okay? What they give out, the loyalty and the affection and the, I'm picking up on somebody who just has a tendency to just love with all their heart, their whole body, their being, their soul, with like, and it's overwhelming a little bit. It's like a typhoon. It's not just a wave crash. It's not like a little flop. It's like a like somebody here. This is the type of love they can have, that they want to give. But I just feel like this energy, they're just giving time and energy to the wrong people, okay? Who's not ready for somebody like them. So just be mindful, okay? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. All right, so let's wrap it up with one of these, okay? Any yes or no questions you may have, and this is for anybody who's in here right now. And what is the answer? Ready? Positively. Oh my gosh. It's a yes. It's a yes. Hello, Nadia. All right. So that is what I have for you, right, God? God wants me to give one more message. Just one more message. Oh, dang. Somebody here trying to get one last message out of me, huh? Huh? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna, let me just collect all the cards, okay? Let's do it. Aw, Nadia is like me, for me. Aw. Telling you, you don't even have to tell me. I already feel it. I sense the energy. Please, just one more. Please. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And feel free to follow me on all my socials. More ways to connect with me. All of that information can be found in the description of this video. What else? Okay. So I have, oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Somebody's going through something rough right now. You better not have me crying by the end of this. Okay. All right. Okay, but somebody needs it. Somebody needs it. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we'll do a quick spinny spin. Quick spinny spin. Okay. All right, you ready? Who's ready? All right. What's it gonna be? Everybody, set your intentions. Everybody, anybody have any predictions on what it could be? And a 1 and a 2 and a past. No coincidence. Okay, somebody here wants a little bit more clarity on the past. Okay, tell me what happened in the past. What happened in the past? Why do we need to tap into this energy? What wants to come up? Oh, look at that. This flew out, okay? So this is regarding somebody, who may... It's a kind of like, I'm getting very quiet energy, okay? So somebody here either got blocked off, ghosted. I'm getting like no conversation, or it's just very hard to reach this person. It's like very, at least not on a one-on-one connection, okay? Perhaps, they can only get a glimpse of them online or something like that. Somebody here no longer has one-on-one access to them, or period, okay? Hello, dad's boy, okay? And so this past energy it's just like they came in kind of strong, okay? They acted like they were best friends with this energy, but when, push came to shove, when they really needed to stand up, be there, be accountable, not just all fantasy, but actually doing what they say and all of that, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. It was just like somebody here was trying to play games, be sneaky, have and do things on their own term, but it wasn't fair. It wasn't just. It wasn't logical. It was unfair. Okay? It felt wrong. So it felt like somebody was just really taking advantage of, I want to say, somebody's kindness. Okay? And so what do we need to know about this energy? Why? Somebody here, okay. Even though it has ended, or it feels like this is very difficult to revive this connection again, because the person this energy is dealing with is very quiet, okay? They have a tendency to be very mysterious, quiet, or like non-communicative. They're very spiritual too. Somebody here is very spiritual, and it's very difficult to have them, grasp them, hold them in their arms. Like they're not easy to attain. But somebody here feels like, this is almost like a fated connection. Somebody here feels like this is a soul tie, soul connection. They're happily ever after, and they haven't given up. And it's almost like they see this person's value. They know that this energy, like everybody, they must be in a high light, or like a lot of eyes on them or something like that. Perhaps they have like a strong social following or has a reputation, but it's like they want to be together with this person because they feel like they'll make a very good couple. Okay, I'm picking up on a strong earth energy. Okay, so somebody here may have strong Taurus, Virgo, strong Virgo energy coming through, and or Capricorn, their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, stellium, whatever it is. Okay, I read energies here, but okay. Oh yes, nice, nice, 0. But this past person, this energy that I'm picking up, this very grounded energy who is, people have a very easy time falling for this energy because they feel so rich. And I'm not necessarily talking about like just on a financial, in a financial way. Somebody here just feels very stable, fulfilled, grounded, dependable. Like, and it could be that their finances, it may not be in the best shape, or it could be that they are helping so many people that, I don't want to say they're neglecting their finances, but it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. They are spending their own resources to help others, but it's like, unless this person just has, like an endless supply of funds, it's going to be hard for them to keep this up because, again, they're making sacrifices. So why do we need to know this? Somebody here needs to stop approaching this energy with a sexual energy, okay? This, because you can tell this energy clearly cares about others, tries to do the right thing, is very sacrificing to others, but the type of attention that this person receives is of the sexual kind, the physical kind. It's like they're not helping. They are they're more there for moral support, okay? But God has a problem with this. Like somebody acts like their hands are tied, okay? And I'm getting a hoarding energy. So, okay, what that tells me is somebody here, they want to help others, okay? They try to help others, but when it actually comes down to actually helping somebody, they don't. Okay, I'm getting a hypocrite energy, okay? So, okay, life's a balance, okay? Some people, they can only contribute in their own way. But if somebody here can contribute, but they're holding back, that's a problem, right? Because there's no flow. There's no flow. Why do we need to know that? If somebody here wants to have a more fulfilling life where they feel like they're making a difference, then they really need to do something. Okay? They've been dragging their feet, you know, making excuses, making themselves believe that they're helping in their own unique way, but they are not, they know exactly what to do, but they're not doing it. Okay, they're holding back because they are like, well, they don't want to help this person if they're not going to love them back. So this has become transactional. Okay, so this is the downfall of this connection. It's like somebody here is genuinely trying to help, but they are just receiving people who are physically attracted to them. And if the person that they are physically attracted to don't physically like them back, then it's just like, well, then tough cookies, I'm not going to help you. It's that kind of energy. So it's very, you know, it doesn't sit right with God, okay? Because it's not fair. It's not coming from a good place. It's coming from a mental blockage place, okay? Yeah. And this is why this person feels so empty. Thank you for that. Here, enough. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say the whole thing, but you know, thank you for the flowers. But so somebody here feel this is something's blocked up here. Okay? And that's the reason why they feel so alone. They feel so stressed out. Things are not working out because they're withholding something and not giving generously, especially when they have it. They're holding back. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Anything else? Yeah. So somebody here, so we read energies, right? There's a masculine energy and a feminine energy. We're not talking about genders, but somebody here who's in a masculine, okay, hello, Dixon. So somebody who's in a masculine energy, if they have a tendency to hold back, they're not being in their masculine energy, okay? Hello, Lisa. If they're holding back, they're not. Okay, anything else? That's it. That is it. Somebody here is dealing with somebody of value. If they're going to hold back to somebody of value, there's... God, I don't want to say it, but They're stupid. Okay, and needed to be said. They're stupid if they can't see somebody's value. Something is wrong. Okay? They don't know how to keep a good thing. They let them go, you know? And if somebody who's dealing with somebody like this, who's not able to hold on to something of value, why waste time with them? They can't see this person's value? Move on. Move on. There's plenty of other people who's going to be seeing somebody of value. You just have to find them. And they will do whatever it takes to be with them because they can see their value. All right? All right, so that's what I have for you. This is part 2. There's going to be a part 3, and that is going to include Sagittarius through Pisces. So if you're interested in watching Aries through Leo, feel free to check out part 1. And if you want to check out from Virgo through Scorpio, this is going to be part 2, okay? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my moderator, Donald, to my loyal members, Tonisa, and the new people on here, Zeros, thank you for being here. Everybody else, you know, who's commented and all of that. Okay, Zeros wrote, thank you for today. I learned a lot and feel better. Thank you all so much. I'll be back here again another day. Oh, thank you so much. Lisa is a Sagittarius. So all of that information to connect with me outside of this platform, even if you're interested in a one-on-one, all of that can be found in the description of this video through my LinkedIn. I mean, not LinkedIn, Linktree. Linktree link, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to check out the membership perks and all of that. Tanisa is dropping them fun emojis on there. Thank you, Echo. Thank you so much. For sure, Lisa. So thank you again. Until next time.